Hi guys, I'm Professor Zubair Jahangir and I'll be helping you all today with the chapter-wise weightage of each subject. Now, as you know, your CS executive consists of two groups, Group 1 and Group 2. In Group 1, there are 4 subjects and in Group 2, also there are 4 subjects. Each subject will come in around for 100 marks in your exams. Now, when we talk about Group 1, Group 1 consists of 4 papers. The first one is your jurisprudence, interpretation and general laws. Second is your company law. Third is your setting up and closure of businesses. And fourth is your taxation laws. Now we'll be taking each subject and seeing how many chapters are there in these subjects and what is the weightage that they ask in the exam from that chapter. The first one is your jurisprudence, interpretation and general laws. It is your module 1, paper 1. Now, your jurisprudence subject is not very vast. It consists of around 17 chapters. Now, the chapter-wise weightage I have given in front of you. The most important chapter from here is your Constitution of India, where 15 marks comes from here. Now, after you understand the chapter-wise weightage, I have made something which is a certain grades. I've divided the chapter in grades, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Grade 1 being the most important chapters. Grade 2 which are of medium importance and grade 3 which are of relatively less importance. Now let's see, from here if you notice, in grade 1 chapters, 70 marks are coming from 7 chapters. So only these 7 chapters you need to thoroughly prepare it, because 7 chapters will come in for around 70 marks. So you can take a screenshot of this. The grade 2 chapters are 4 chapters you're studying, but it only comes for around 30 marks in your paper. So these are your 4 chapters. Okay, till Indian Stamp Act. Then your grade 3 chapters. Now grade 3 chapters, you're studying 6 chapters for around 30 marks. So these are your 6 chapters that come for around 30 marks. So you need to understand the focus should be there on all chapters, but you should also be mindful that which chapters are asked a lot in the exams. The next subject in your module 1 is your company law. That's your paper 2. Now, company law is divided in 3 parts and this is a mandatory distribution. Part 1 comes for 50 marks, part 2 comes for 40 marks and part 3 comes for around 10 marks. Now, this distribution tells you the part 1 which comes around for 50 marks. This is the weightage of each chapter. If you see from here, the most important is your share and share capital, which comes for around 14 marks. Then in your part 2, which is also the most important part of your chapter, that's your meetings and directors, it comes for around 40 marks. Here the most important is board meetings, that's meeting of the boards. It comes for around 15 marks. Who are directors comes for 10 marks, and your general shareholders meeting comes for around 10 marks. Your part 3 comes for around 10 marks. Once you've seen each chapter distribution, I have divided the chapter into different grades. Grade 1 being the most important chapters of the lot. Here, these 7 chapters come for around 70 marks in your paper. So these are the 77 chapters that can fetch you around 70 marks. The next, there are 6 chapters that come for around 30 marks. This is a grade 2 chapters, are relatively less important chapters. So these are your chapters. Then comes your grade 3 chapters, which have not been asked so much in your past year exam questions. So this is a grade 3, 8 chapters that come in for around 20 marks. So this is your distribution. Then if we see the third subject, that is your SBEC, or also called as setting up of business entities and closure. Now that's your paper 3 of module 1. This also is divided into 3 parts. Your part 1, which comes for around 40 marks, your part 2 that comes for around 35 marks, and part 3 which comes about 25 marks. Part 1 is about how do you set up businesses and which kind of business structures can you set up. Part 2 talks about the procedural aspects of the business, how to obtain the licenses, how to register those kind of businesses. And lastly, the third part talks about shutting down or winding up those businesses. Now let's see how many chapters are there and for how much weightage does come in the exam. So part 1, that's part A, setting up a business, comes for around 40 marks. This is the weightage of each chapter. Your part 2, that's your part B, comes for around 35 marks. This is the weightage of each chapter. And your part 3 is your insolvency winding up. It comes for around 25 marks, and this is the weightage of each chapter. Then on basis of this, we made grade 1, 2, 3 again. Grade 1 being the most important chapters. Here, if you notice, it's so important that 6 chapters are coming for around 70 marks in your paper. So you need to focus a lot on these chapters. So these 6 chapters. Then grade 2 chapters are 8 chapters you're studying, and it comes for around only 50 marks in your papers. So these are your grade 2 chapters, relatively less important as compared to grade 1. And then if you see your grade 3 chapters, you're studying 7 chapters and it's just fetching you 20 marks in your paper. So these are your grade 3 chapters. Now let's see about taxation laws. So this subject is your last paper of your group 1. It is a MCQ paper. 100 questions will be asked and 0.5 marks will be cut for every wrong answer. That means there is negative marking in your paper. So for every wrong answer, 0.25 marks will be cut. That means 4 wrong answers and then 1 mark will be cut from your paper. Now tax also is divided into 2 parts. One is your direct tax, which is your income tax, that comes for around 50 marks, and your indirect tax, which comes for around 50 marks. Indirect tax is further divided into GST and customs. Now being a MCQ paper, they can really ask from any way, any place actually. But still we'll see the grades from the past exam paper. So your direct tax, which comes for around 50 marks, any person who must have or have started income tax, they would know that the most important chapter by far will always be your 5 heads of income. 25 marks comes from these 5 heads of income. So only 25 marks will be asked from the remaining chapters. So this is a very important chapter. Then next what they ask is your basic concepts of income tax, like your definitions, your all those basic stuff, residential status, etc. Then comes your clubbing and carry forward of income. Then comes computation of total income. So if you are earning, then how much ultimate tax you have to pay to the government. So all these calculations are put in here. So if you see, everywhere the marks are distributed, but in one chapter there is the most amount of marks. That is your 5 heads of income. Then comes your part 2. Part 2 comes for 50 marks, which is GST and customs. Customs, they have been asking on an average for around 10 marks. So it's very scoring. Even GST as a whole, it's super simple and interesting. You can focus on this 50 marks. You can easily score 40 marks in your paper. And it's super simple because GST is very simple and the content is pretty limited. So scoring here is very easy as compared to income tax. If I have to divide this also into 3 parts, 3 grades, so I can tell the GST you need to do it, GST and customs or indirect tax, it covers 50 marks of your paper. Most important, you better study this extremely thoroughly well. It's not only limited in your portion, it's also very scoring. Then obviously you study your 5 heads of income and that's it. Your 75 marks of your paper can be attempted. Then if I have to divide the remaining, the grade 2 chapters, then you have your other chapters like clubbing of income, basic concepts, computation, all these 4 topics for 15 marks, and then you see 4 topics again for 8 marks. So these are your grade 3 chapters and these are your grade 2 chapters. Okay, I wish you all the very best. Let me know if you need any help in the description or in the comments.